Welcome to the Exposer. So in this video I'm about to show you guys, it's quite scary. Mariam Mola reveals some terrible things, and you can see the impact that she has in these young people's lives. You can see the pressure she puts on this third generation, these young kids at Spac Nation. And now you know why the pressure of loans is occurring in this church. I'm going to call this video the Queen of Seed. There's some very, very scary revelations in this video.
So when the lines originally started it's been longer than 6 months. When the lines originally started, in fact, testimony time. When the lines originally started, I didn't know if I'll ever be a lion. So I was like one of those people waiting to see, like, would I ever be called up to be a lion? And I think even my community units or whatever set it up and they made me a line leader. And so I've had all these people in my line. I was thinking, what am I going to call the line? What am I going to call the line? And I just decided, okay, let's call it the love line. No reason whatsoever. I can't even give you guys a genuine reason. And the group chat began to grow, and there was like 60 people on the line. Like at one point, it was just so crazy. And one of the things I said to guys, look, I know that like the money that's been asked of us to raise, we're not going to be able to get this money just like that. So let us pray in it, because I don't know I basically didn't know how to raise the money. So we started a prayer line, and it's been going on. Pastor Sandra, how long has it been? It's because I know it was not even in this house. It's in the old house, in the small flat that we had. And we'll pray every single morning, and the line will grow. The line will grow, and literally from that line, from that giving, we moved on, and then had the Love House. And the Love House, that's how the name the Love House actually came. So I was feeling like there has to be more, like this finance department or the mobilization department. There has to be something more has to come from this department. What more can we do? And the Holy Spirit said to me, go and locate anybody in the house that's involved in finance in any way. Whether it is that they count money or they're in charge of a bank account, because those people are not recognized as mobilizers. They're just in fact behind the scenes people. But for me, I've understood that finance is very spiritual. It's very, very, very spiritual. So in fact, those of us handling people's finances should be the most spiritual people. We should be the ones that are probably more spiritual than everybody else, because we're connecting people's finances. So there can't be sin around us. There can't be disunity among. It just has to be a different environment. So I said to everybody, come together in one group chat, and we soon found that there is 37 people in, and those are 37 people that 37 people in our chat. Bear with me 1 second. There's 37 people in our chat that all now 38 people. I've just added Pastor Faye. I'm gonna add one more person. Bear with me. And I was like, wow, there's this amount of people handle finance, and I don't know who they are. Like, what have I been doing? Like, what's going on? Good morning, sweetheart. I was thinking, like, how is it that this has happened? How did it grow? So I was thinking, how is it that it's grown into this massive community of finance people? Good morning, my angel Grace. How is it grown into this massive community of finance? Good morning, Kadar. Good morning. Our parents are it's just as much as they're trusting us to be pastors. I don't know what's going on in Birmingham. Pastor Obi don't know what's going on in Birmingham, but we're trusting a Busola. We'll make sure that she's teaching these people how to give. I've told Pastor Busola I might take her off as a mobilizer. I don't need her mobilizing finance. I need her to focus on school and Birmingham. If she can just get the school right and the ministry part of Birmingham right, she can take that city. The spirit of mobilization. Do you know PT is a mad mobilizer, guys? Maybe you guys don't know how Spac Nation got here. You guys are talking about, I don't want to get into all the things that you guys think you've done for Seed. Trust me, PT's done way more. I've sat with my dad. He's done way more. Listen, all those companies you guys think you've used for finance, trust me, Spac Nation was built on jugging, mobilizing, rumbling. So, but now he cannot be a mobilizer because he's got to step higher. I may not be doing mobilizing forever. There may be another call, but for the time I'm doing it, I'm giving it everything. I said to Pastor Busola, ministry is what we do. We are first pastors. You've just got to make sure that Birmingham is praying. Now the spirit that you have of giving all will come. And I said to her, look, you're mobilizing someone like, I'll give you an example. A young girl called Tony from Birmingham. I remember when we're doing the gloss. How do you know that somebody has the spirit of giving? I'm talking to you guys just today about testimonies. When we're doing the gloss salon, we had no money. We didn't open the gloss with money. Cristobal was there, Basola's there. I probably had £300-400 to open the gloss, you know. And Tony had a credit card. Tony went to work. She was working at the time and finished work at she worked night shift. You remember Cristobal, yeah? She worked night shift. She left her night shift and finished work around 8 a.m. or 9 a.m. And this was in like West London. She got an Uber from West London. Guys, I'm talking to you about giving testimonies. I didn't have £1. She got an Uber all the way from West London or wherever she was to Croydon IKEA, so we can borrow her credit card to be able to build the gloss. I look at somebody like a Pastor Basola. It was a mad sacrifice. She didn't sleep the whole night just so we can borrow her credit card to be able to buy things from IKEA for the gloss. Now, I'm saying to Pastor Basola, why do you need to be a mobilizer for Birmingham? Because I'm seeing that a Tony doesn't have to be perfect. She doesn't need to know the word. She doesn't even need to know how to pray. But she has the heart to sacrifice. So why don't you pray and raise her to be the mobilizer for Birmingham? Because if somebody can make that level of sacrifice for something that is not even seed, that is your mobilizer. But you're doing everything, so you're weak in other areas. People that don't have money will come on her. A Pastor Karen will join it. I remember there was a mobilization that was going on, and Pastor Karen called me. She said, Pastor Mariam, anytime there's a call for seed, I don't care if I missed the phone call or the message, please make sure you call me. I will never say no to be part of something. So this morning we said no. We're starting a new group of financiers. I only want 7 people in that group chat, and those 7 people are going to finance this thing 1k each. We're not going to put all the burden of raising money for a particular thing on one person. 7 people. And in that group you have Pastor Karen, Pastor Faye, Sam Tolu, people that you wouldn't expect. Their heart is for seed. Their heart, Pastor Basola. Pastor Basola's been sowing this week in, week out, making sure that there's funds for a particular thing. Guys, what am I saying to you guys now? I'm talking to you guys about capacity building. I love to talk about money, but the more I pray, the more I understand that it's spiritual. The more I understand that all I've got to do, I'll be very, and PT said that we can boast in these things and we can compete in these things. My line is forever going to be the strongest in Pulse. Forever. I have 5 lines. Why? They just pray all the time. I compete with my brothers on giving all the time. Why? I know that as Samuel can, in fact, let me read some messages for you guys to actually understand how mad these people are. I was sharing it with the Pulse family yesterday. The kind of things that a Charlie will say. Charlie will say, you guys are ignoring Pulse Central. Charlie has 2 lines. Charlie has 2 lines. What is a white boy doing having 2 giving lines consistently as a 3G? Dollar will start at 5 a.m. in Birmingham. We're saying no. We've clocked this money thing. This money thing is not talking and finding things to do. It's just let's pray. We know what's going to happen after prayer. Those that we are leading are going to be hungry. They're going to want to do more. We're seeing a Sam. He's saying, I'm going to read these messages to you because this is my inspiration. This is my inspiration. These are the things that make me want to give more. These are the things that he's saying stuff like, what's this guy even saying? He says, he messaged me and he said, Ma, I need to be 2 lines. I'll do it. I'm begging you, make me 2 lines. Why am I 1 line? Make me 2 lines. I don't understand. Why am I 1 line? In fact, I'm gonna have 5 lines. I'm gonna raise 2 lines for Pastor Alex, 2 lines for myself, and I'm gonna raise 1 more line to give to somebody else. This boy's mom is blind. His mom is blind. He does not care. He's not emotionally attached to any situation. He's just assignment based. There was a time when this Sam, his school is in Southampton. He has nobody with him in school. There is no Spac Nation group of people there rumbling prayer. He'll be like, Mom, I feel alone. I don't understand. There's nobody here. And I said, it's going to be like that for you for a while. You're not going to have no friends in uni. You're not going to start a uni fellowship like that. No, your own is you have to die until you become a seed Sam. And then he'll be like, Ma, it's cold here. But I've given everything. I think he even asked me to buy him a jacket. And I text Peter, I was like, this boy wants a jacket, you know. And Peter was like, no, let's meet him. In fact, what size is he? I even want to give him one of mine because the message was so touching. I told him, no, we're not going to buy you a jacket. He texted me that on Monday. Tuesday, he sent me 2K. He said, Ma, just sow it into somebody. I don't know, it's not even seed. Just find somebody to give the money to you. What are you talking about? People whose hearts are just on, look, let me die. A Daniel Mariba, every single month, Daniel will go into that hospital in South London for his bloods. I don't even for that sickle cell stuff. Sometimes I would sit with him for hours and hours and hours, and they're just taking blood from this guy. Guys, I can cry. But if you see the way Daniel would mobilize for seed, those of you in Post group chat, you will know those 3Gs in Post have taken over the group chat. It's just about seed. They will build their line and start building lines for somebody else. They would give to people in CC. They'll give to people in COD. They don't care. They say this is Spac. It's not Post. They don't care about Post. They care about Spac. These are young men his mom is blind. His dad lives in Ghana. His mom is blind. He's the carer. Sav is Daniel Savage. He'll be there every month. He'll be on that. I don't even know the machine. That machine that I saw it for the first time once, and I said, God, what is this? They'll be taking blood from this guy every single month. Yes, sir. But he'll be saying, Ma, who needs money? He'll be making sure that all of it. And in fact, I'm a woman, and they're not seeing me as, oh, she's not a man. Why am I following her? I said, guys, you know what? You guys have been following me for some time. Go to Pastor Alex. And this is why leaders, you cannot hold people down. You should not kill your sheep. I saw that my boys have grown to a point. Let me send them to Pastor Alex. Let them learn to really rumble more. I've taken them to a point. I'm always going to be there. But let them go to Pastor Alex. The moment I send them to Pastor Alex, these guys have become suicidal. They want to give more. In fact, I saw a message yesterday from Sam saying, Ma, I packed my bags. I'm going to Pastor Alex and PK's house. And let me show you the level of leadership I'm talking about. Pastor Kevin, these are Eastside boys, does not feel insecure that these guys are with Pastor Alex. He's like, no, the more seed they raise, the better. There is a way that, look, guys, let me tell you something here. There is no amount of money in this world. Listen to me. I believe this thing so much so. That's probably why I'm probably not very much there. Because I believe this thing so much. There is no amount of money that PT is going to call that I cannot get my hands on. And I'll say this to you guys. It's better for me to not exist. It's better for me to die than to think that I can't get that money. And I'll say this. I don't care how I get it. I just know that I can get it. And even if I don't get it, it will come through. God will show me who has the money. I was speaking to Pastor after this week. I said, I need 7 people that can give me 1K every week. I don't want you paying for services anymore. I'm going to find those. And I said, is that okay? Because I know that you were paying for services before. I don't want you paying for services anymore. I can't rely on one person to give me money for services. Bro, I don't even need that. I just need to raise new finances. And I said, God, begin to show me the faces of these people. And one by one, I started to see who they were. When I called them, they were elated. They were like, huh? Ma, like, I've been waiting. How? These people have been sitting there saying that I'm not stretched. I don't give like that. And they said, oh, Ma, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to raise 10 people to give me £100 a week. The money don't even have to come from me. I'm not trying to be like weird or anything, but PT literally has everything. Everything, clothes, like everything, every brand he wears, he has everything for it. Yeah? So there is nothing there for him to buy anymore until the new season comes. I'm creating opportunities for you to die. I'm creating opportunities for me to bury you more. You want to rise, isn't it? I'm going to create opportunities for you to die. Everything that is charging our way. When social media start to write things about us that we think are unfair. Guys, I'll be very honest with you. And I'm not saying this to sound a certain way. I have not, for the last year, I have not seen anything written about Spac Nation. I keep poor people away from me. There's nobody in this life that will dream to send me a video or tell me. There's no one. And I'll be honest with you, I have a lot of outside people I speak to because I have to because of my job. And they know I go Spac. And they're not mad. Why? How? Because I've said, God, I'm going to shield myself from hearing different words. Because you could be hearing the word. And PT may say, okay, this Sunday we're hearing this, we're mobilizing this. And all you will hear is the video that somebody played. Of course, that's what you're going to hear. And you're wondering, why is my seed low? Why is my seed low? No. You started to hear something else. You started to hear something else. And that thing, faith cometh by hearing, and hearing the word of God. I don't need to hear nothing. There's nothing somebody's going to tell me that's going to make me think different about them. There's nothing anybody's going to... In fact, let me tell you something. I say this to you guys every day. If any of my brothers did an M, I will bury the person and hide it and say that they didn't do it and I did it. There's nothing that's going to happen. There's nothing that's going to happen. There's nothing that's going to happen. Look, I will swallow this. I will swallow the key of where they buried the body. I'm telling you the truth. There's nothing anybody's going to tell me about Spac. I'm going to be like, oh my God, why? Because I know what's going on. That guy would probably disappear off the face of the earth. So I know where my seed goes. When I see the 21 trap houses, I know where my seed goes. When I see food being delivered, how do you think, okay, so the food is from a company, yeah, that give you free food. How do you think the van is paid for? How do you think it's delivered? How do you think petrol's been put in that van? Do you think a message does not come through this phone? Week in, week out. Seed. Seed, guys. I know what my seed does. There's nothing that's going to make me feel like I should be doing something else. Who is the next set of givers? Which group should be created to do this? Who should do that? Guys, for me, I only want sacrificial people around me. What is a sacrificial person? Somebody who understands the vision of the house. So when they call a giving like this and say, oh, yeah, there's a giving, there are lines. Look at your line list in your community unit. If your name is not... I create the line list, and it's never personal. It's just based on previous experience, your giving. If you don't give, I'm not gonna make you a line so you could give my mobilizer stress. No, it's not personal. It's just, it is what it is. You can give, but you're not gonna be a line because I don't want stress. Look through the line list and begin to ask, especially as a third gen. I don't care about second gen. I don't care about first gen. I don't care about my generation. My generation are done out here. I care about 3G. Look and ask yourself, why am I not a line leader? Buying is so cheap now, guys. 3G is 1K to be considered a leader of the third generation is light. 1K is like, begin to look at and think, why am I not considered a line? I ask myself questions. The most important conversations I have are the conversations I have with myself. The most important conversations I have are the conversations I have with Mariam, not with anybody else. Checking in on myself. Why is it I'm not a line leader? And let me tell you something about this thing. Be buried. Your name don't need to be mentioned. Be buried. Let them not make you a line. Last month, Odelia and Amelia came to me. Ma, we're not line leaders, but we've got our money. They became a line. Because they were not waiting for anybody. Because they were not waiting for anybody to make them one. I'm saying to you guys that 3G is light. If I was you as a 3G, what I'll begin to do is, I'll go down and I'll look at the list of lines and ask myself, remember I said to you guys, the most important conversation you're having is the conversation you're having with yourself. Go and look and ask, why am I not a line leader? This is not a, look guys, if we've gone past that, it's not a make me feel bad, I feel bad about myself. No, it's not that. Ask yourself an honest question, why am I not a line leader? As a third generation leader, it's so cheap for you to buy. I told you guys, you got more clout than, forget about second gen. They're making noise for no reason. I'm telling you guys that. And they're going to cuss me after, but it's fine. 3G, you're the only one that has so much clout that PT will boldly say, yeah, I'm having a service for 3G. When has PT done that for first gen? First gen is done out here. Okay guys, who is first gen? There's maybe like 6, 7 of us. And then there's the elders. It's not to make up their mind. But you guys will just rumble. So as a third generation young person, what will you begin to do now? You begin to ask yourself a question. Why am I not a line leader? You make yourself a line leader. Because the whole idea of third generation is audacious audacity. You're just bold. You're just bold. And you're like, okay, I've got my bread. I'm ready. I've got my money. I'm ready. Pastor Mariam don't need to put me as a line leader. Pastor, whoever your mobilizer is, doesn't have to put me as a line leader. Pastor Ben don't have to put me as a line leader. I have become a line. Pastor Obi, this is my seed. I'm ready. You're bold. 3G, don't be quiet. Don't let the noise you make just be dancing. You have to, and it's not difficult to find seed. 1K, ask 10 people for £100. If I was a third gen, the first thing I would do is I'll start working on relationship building. I'll be best friends with Pastor Arthur, myself, Pastor Oni, all of the front row people. And it's not for my giving, no. I'll start building alliances, building relationships. Pastor Sam, Pastor Ebo, everybody, Pastor Obi, anybody on that front row. Just become a friend. So then you have them on your line. In fact, if I was a 3G, I'll have a first generation line. And in my line, I'll have every first gen in my line. Straight. I'll message them. I'll be like, hi guys, I'm doing a first generation line in it. And I've already got pledges from so and so and so. Would you? They'll be embarrassed to not join. It's not just any 3G that can do that we're going to listen to you. I'll tell you, I'll reply lol. It will be a bold 3G. It will be somebody that is audacious. It will be somebody who is just audacious. Not likable. You don't have to be likable. It's just because I remember Pastor Obi was telling us that some 3Gs were just onto him. So he just had to give it. No, it was Natalie. Was it Natalie? It was somebody anyway. That was onto him so much that he just had to give them seed. Guys, I'm leaving with this. We're telling you guys that, hey, this week is still power week for me. Because it's going to take some power. It's still power week for me. It's power month for me. It's my birthday month, so it's definitely, oh God. It's definitely power week for me. But what do I need us to do in this power week? I need us to fight more aggressively. We need to fight harder. I love you guys so much. I hope you enjoyed the scope.
You guys saw this video. It's quite terrible. This woman has said, even if someone from Spac Nation commits a murder, she will cover it up for the person. This is the dedication she has. This is supposed to be a pastor. A woman who's meant to encourage love. A woman who's supposed to be honest. She's clearly saying she would lie if one of her friends at Spac Nation was to commit a murder. This shows her loyalty to this cult. This is no longer a religious matter. This is over the top. This is the type of woman she is. So, whether anyone does anything wrong in Spac Nation or not, she's not bothered. And this is the same mentality that all the members of Spac Nations, the top leaders, have. So there, you can see they're very dishonest people. As long as they get money in their pocket, that's all that matters. She said some quite scary things in regards to the kids. She's encouraging them to have more lines. She's encouraging the third generation. So we're talking about kids from the age of 16 to 18, 19 to create their own lines. She said it should be easy for them to make 1K a week. She said 1K a week is nothing, according to her. I don't know how she expects teenagers to be giving the church 4K a month. She's also encouraging her members who are out of London to take over the city. She gave an example of a lady who gave her credit card to use when she had nothing. She mentioned that lady wasn't a religious woman, wasn't a Christian. But she tried to basically explain that these young girls who are out of London should be targeting people who have the spirit of giving. All she cares about is giving and seed. This woman is clearly hungry. She expects people to find money wherever they're at. You can see the desperation on her face when it comes to money. That's the only thing she ever talks about. And you can see why she's ruining a lot of the young generation in London. This is why I said we shouldn't blame the young people of Spac Nation, but we should encourage them to walk away from this cult, because people like Mariam are destroying them. Because we have a woman here who's saying she would rather die than not find money for PT. Meaning she'll do anything. She said she will do anything necessary to give whatever PT tells her to give. This is the mindset of a woman who is a pastor, a leader. So can you imagine how she manipulates these young people into giving? Because she comes with a nice approach to them, and once they see how passionate she is, they think that this woman is talking sense, when 99.9% of the time she's talking rubbish. She's just a saleswoman that tries to sell to young kids. She makes these kids believe that their time is coming. She's trying to encourage this young generation because she knows that the older generation no longer wants to be part of this rubbish. The older generation are harder to persuade. This is why she's encouraging the young generation to step up and to hang around the older pastors. This woman is corrupted, and we must continue to share this woman, because she believes because she's been exposed, it will stop. I will continue to expose every single bad thing she says. So whoever needs to see this video will see it. Just to show that the same Mariam who lied on daytime TV is continuing to do the same things that she's always done. This girl still has the same mentality she's always had. And you heard her from the video. This is a woman who's been to jail in 3 different countries, and nothing has changed. Money is her only motivation. She doesn't care about the people she's hurting. As long as her pocket's full, and as long as Pastor Toby's pocket's full, that's all that matters. She's very sick. She even mentioned young kids who are suffering, young kids who have families that are suffering, are giving her incredible amount of money, and she's proud to tell the whole world about this. You should be ashamed to be taking money from kids who are going through things, from kids who have parents that are sick, from kids who are sick themselves. You're exploiting them, and you've done it in the past with the mother that had a Down syndrome child. Nothing has changed with this woman, and she needs to be where she deserves to be, which is not in the streets, which is not in a public place. She needs to be locked up until she really finds Jesus.